Hi friends, I'm Lisa Sutton, and I believe that real peace of mind starts in the most important place in your home, your kitchen. Think about it. We insure our cars, our homes, even our health. We plan for retirement, we save for a rainy day, but what about the one place we turn to every single day for comfort and security? Our pantry. This podcast isn't about fear, it's about freedom. Freedom from stress when life throws you a curveball, whether it's a snowstorm, a job loss, or just a week too busy for grocery runs. A well-prepared pantry means you can always take care of the ones you love. Here on Pantry Preparedness, I'll share simple, practical strategies to help you stock smarter, store better, and turn your pantry into the best insurance policy you'll ever own. From saving money to stretching meals, you'll learn how to build resilience right at home. I hope that you subscribe today wherever you listen to podcasts and join me on Pantry Preparedness with Lisa Sutton, because a well-stocked pantry isn't just about food. It's about security, comfort, and the confidence to face what comes your way. Hello, everyone. We are back today for episode number 5. Yes, okay, we made it to number 5. I'm still working out the kinks, but I promise I'm getting there. Today, we're going to talk about budget-friendly bulk buying strategies, because we always think that the best deals are bulk, and sometimes they're not. And so we're going to chat over this. Picture this. You walk into the store, see a 25-pound bag of rice for $12 and think, that's a great deal. But then reality hits. Where will you store it? Will it go stale before you use it? Today, we're breaking down the art of budget-friendly bulk buying, how to stock up without wasting money, space, or food. By the end of this episode, you'll know when bulk buying makes sense, how to avoid the common mistakes, and the smart strategies that turn every dollar into real food security. We're going to discuss 5 simple, practical tips that I hope will help you along your bulk buying journey, because it's not always a deal unless you know what you're doing with it. So the first thing that you have to consider is to know your consumption rate. Know how much of that product that you eat. Track how much your household actually eats in a month of, say, rice. Do you only eat like 2 cups of rice a month, or do you go through 25 pounds a month? That's going to make a difference in your bulk buying. If you eat 2 pounds of pasta per month, and a 25-pound bag may last a year, and that's fine if you have the storage. But what you don't want to do is buy a year's worth of lentils if your family doesn't eat them at all. That doesn't make sense. There's always the theory that, yeah, we'll learn to like them, but learn to like them a 1-pound bag at a time, not a year's worth, Buy in bulk only what you eat consistently. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. It takes up space that you could use for other things and potentially waste money because it goes bad before you have a chance to actually consume it. Number 2 is storage matters. Storage matters a lot when you're looking at your pantry, and especially for long-term storage. You want to make sure that you're investing in airtight containers, Mylar bags, and or buckets. That makes a huge difference. Yes, mason jars work great. Put those lids on there, put that ring in there. It's airtight, just like that. It's that simple. But sometimes if you repurpose commercial, really big 1-gallon pickle jars, surprisingly enough, those are not airtight, and your sugar will turn into a brick, and the humidity will impact your flour, and all kinds of other fun things that you can discover along this journey. So as an example, divide that 25-pound bag of rice into 5-pound portions, and then throw in some oxygen absorbers and seal whatever it is closed, whether it's in Mylar bags, whether it's in buckets, whether it's in jars, okay? You want to make sure that it's sealed tight. What you don't want to do is leave bulk items in the thin plastic bags that they come in. There's a number of reasons for this. They're not meant for long-term storage. They are a very thin plastic, and pests can get in there. Humidity can get in there and ruin it. You can get a combination of the both, and If you've ever had pantry moths, you know what a nightmare that is to eradicate them. They can also bring in hitchhikers. So it's better when you buy those things that you transfer them automatically into their airtight container. Repackage them immediately after purchase as soon as you can because A, hitchhikers, and B, attracting other pests and humidity, the conditions that you're in can impact those bulk purchases. What they come in is not always meant for a long time. So that's something to consider. Number 3 is to pair bulk buys with rotation systems. You need to think that through. It's going to take a little pre-planning, but don't let it intimidate you. As always, the first in, first out. Always use the oldest stock first. Always. That's the best thing to do. And so if you've already got some rice on your shelf, say maybe 5 pounds, and you see a deal on a 25-pound bag, yeah, sure, if you use it, go ahead and grab it. Repackage it and then put it behind the existing rice on your shelf so that you're using the oldest stock first. It makes a really big difference and helps prevent waste in a major way. It also helps you keep track of what you've got going on. The more time, and I'm not talking, days or weeks or years, but the more time that you spend in your pantry, putting things away, figuring out what you need to go shopping for, whatever the case may be, you are mentally assessing what is in there and seeing what's available and what's not. And it's important to make that happen. So let's say what you do is you grab, a 50-pound bag or a whatever of rice or sugar or whatever, and you shove the bulk buys into the basement corner and you forget about them. That's not good. Something's gonna happen. It's kind of a given, especially in a basement. The humidity and any critters will definitely find them probably before you do. So make every effort that you can to repackage them right away. You also want to make sure that you label everything with a purchase date because that helps keep track of it. Now, in a former episode, we talked about best buy dates, but above and beyond that, it's a good thing for you to keep track of when they come into your home, whether that is just putting the year on there or putting the month and the year. It makes a big difference in making sure that you're on top of your rotation as far as your pantry goes. It's never a good idea to purchase it, stock it up, and then just go by and wave at it every now and then. It's not the way it works. You actually need to rotate through it. And because you're stocking food that you eat, it's easy to do. It's not difficult. And then you just backfill. As always, the sponsor of this podcast is me, Lisa Sutton, and the book Pantry Preparedness, the best insurance money can buy. What if your pantry was the best insurance you could buy, not just for storms or empty shelves, but for everyday peace of mind? Pantry Preparedness, the best insurance money can buy by Lisa Sutton is your step-by-step guide to creating a pantry that protects your family no matter what life throws your way. This isn't about panic or hoarding. It is about calm, sensible planning. If you've ever worried about rising grocery prices, noticed store shelves running empty, wanted to be ready for the unexpected, this book gives you the confidence, tools, and peace of mind to be prepared affordably and wisely. Pantry Preparedness, the best insurance money can buy. Get your copy today on Amazon. I put a link in the show notes for you because food security isn't about fear, it's about freedom. By the way, this book also makes a thoughtful gift for adult children, new homeowners, or anyone you want to encourage. Teaching someone how to prepare is one of the most loving things that you can do. Now we're back with number 4, which is to buy with friends or family or co-ops. Because going in on a large purchase with somebody else allows you to take advantage of the discounted rate without having to take on the entire financial or storage burden. So it's a win-win for all of you, right? Split large orders through like Azure Standard. By the way, there's a link down below if you want to check to see if they have a drop near you, or Costco or any other local co-op. Splitting those large orders makes a big deal, especially if it's something new to you. I was turned on to buying chicken feet, chicken paws, from one of the people at our Azure Drop. And she said, hey, I'm looking for somebody to split an order with me because they send you a whole case and it's kind of pricey. So I said, yeah, sure, I'll give it a try. Why not? And it was fun and it was interesting. And I got to figure out, hey, I want to do this or I don't want to do this, or hey, I can never do this on my own. I always have to have somebody go in with me. So it's a great way to try new things, to see how different things work, and to save some money. Splitting a 50-pound bag of flour among 3 families, each pays less and avoids waste. What an amazing thing to do, right? But do not assume that you need to handle giant quantities alone. Never assume that. If a giant quantity is going to cause you more stress or more financial hardship, then that's not the way that you want to go. Join buying groups or create one with your neighbors. If you've got friends that like to stock up and buy larger quantities too, this is a great time to join or create buying groups with your friends and your neighbors. Number 5 is to shop seasonally for maximum savings. When you're looking, especially coming up on the holidays, we are on the cusp of the holiday season, my friends, okay? So buy baking supplies after Thanksgiving, after Christmas, canned pumpkin, barbecue sauces after summer. You know, when they have hit their height of season and you're on the other side of that, look for the bigger discounts. It's like after holidays, after Halloween is all the candy sales, right? After Valentine's Day is all the candy sales, okay? After Christmas, you can get great deals on those peppermint sticks. So doing that is a great way to save money on the things that you like the best from those particular holidays that you know that you're going to use moving forward. Post-holiday sales can cut pantry prices by up to 50% if you watch it and you know what you're doing and you know what you eat. What you don't want to do is buy bulk at full retail price just because it's bulk. If it makes sense to you, if it makes sense to your situation, then it's a win. For us here, no. I mean, it's 2 of us. So do I have to buy in bulk? No. But I know that if I buy it this one time out of the entire year, that I won't have to buy it again for another year, then that makes sense, whether it's at full retail price or on sale, because I have saved money on gas, I have saved time, and I rate my time at a pretty high dollar amount. So I have saved all of that just by buying in bulk one time a year instead of buying it 12 times a year. The next solution is to time your purchases with the sale cycles. I've discussed before that sale cycles typically happen every 6 to 8 weeks. So your grocery stores will put your pasta or your canned goods or those, loss leader things on sale every 6 to 8 weeks to get you in the door. So you want to get familiar with how your local grocery store runs their sales cycles and when things go on sale. If that means starting a notebook, putting it in your calendar, saving those sale flyers so that you know, it's a great way to track and to predict when they're going to go on sale next so that you can save money moving forward. There was a place that I go to still when I want to buy in bulk, when they have really good deals, because it's a bit of a haul. It's 70 miles one way. And they would put butter on sale for a ridiculously cheap price every April without fail until 2020. Every single April, I knew that I could get butter at a ridiculous price. One year I got it for 99 cents a pound. Oh, then it kind of slowly creeped up to $1.49 a pound. And now it doesn't matter because they're not having that since 2020. So a lot of stuff changed then. So don't assume it's going to be there because you remember it happening once before. Start tracking those sales for the places that you go to so that you know what time of year you're going to be stocking up on chicken or pork or butter, that kind of thing. Now, I've got a challenge for you just like every single week. This week, choose one pantry staple your family uses regularly. rice or pasta or flour or oats, whatever the case may be. Track how much you eat in a week and then calculate a 3-month supply. Once you know the number, buy it in bulk, repackage it properly. You'll not only save money, but also build food security that you can count on. I look forward to hearing how it goes when you do this. Be sure to come back and leave a comment in the comment section of either this podcast or if you're seeing this on YouTube. Until next time, everybody, be safe. Keep stacking it to the rafters, my friends.